Hey guys, All Sports 83 supporting another video for you, and we're going to be looking at episode 5 of the Face of the Franchise mode for Madden 20, and feeling pretty good after the last episode, coming off of back-to-back victories, and got ourselves in to a 5, or wait, I think it's 5-4 or 4-3. I think it's 4-3. Got ourselves off to a 4-3 start, so we got a winning record right now for the first time in the season. So I'm feeling pretty good. But we're going to jump in and take a look at the next game and see if we can't extend that winning streak to 3 and get ourselves maybe into some serious playoff contention. So today's matchup is going to be a tough one. Well, this first one. We're going to do a couple of games in this video. But today's matchup is going to be against the Rams, and the Rams are a pretty good team. So it doesn't matter that we're at home. They're really, really stout. So definitely got a work cut out for us, and we've got to be smart and just do everything we can to try to win this thing. We'll see what happens. But anyway, got some bad weather. I think the game is scheduled to be in London, so it's not really a home game. I don't know if the game really factors in home field advantage or whatever, but we'll just have to see what happens. Let's take a look.
Check back.
They'll set up the throw. And able to find Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And caught right side, Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards.
Alright, so you can see, so far so good, marching right down the field from the get-go. It's a pretty interesting play here. I just flung it. If you look through, I just put it right through a window, and guy makes a great catch there. Not really sure how I was able to thread that needle, but certainly was a good play, and I got us in the red zone here, deep in the red zone, and then hit the flat pattern here, and start this thing off with a touchdown against a pretty good team. So really excited about the way this game has started, and feeling pretty confident moving in for the rest of this thing. So we're going to move on to the second drive. They kick a field goal, and so now I'm on the run. I'm trying to throw it, and I actually hit the wrong button, so I throw it to the wrong receiver, and of course it's going to throw an interception. I meant to throw it to the guy running across that was in front of me there, but that did not happen. Instead, I hit the wrong button and just fling it deep downfield, which is easy pickings for an interception.
A quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him.
Really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers?
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense.
So I get interceptions on back-to-back drives, and now I'm just trying to make a. And the Rams are capitalizing. You see, they got a 17-7 lead, and so I get a couple completions there, trying to get back in the rhythm, and then I make another silly mistake and throw another interception right over the middle, and this one's going to go all the way back for a touchdown. So now it's a 24-7 deficit. Not feeling good at this point, and just making a bunch of terrible mistakes. As I said before, not super good at this game, but man, I need to be doing a whole lot better than that for sure.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because...
All right, so even through some bad throws, I'm trying to get a little hurry up here so if I can't get a score before the end of the half. That's really the last passing play I can put together. So you see there my team scores a field goal, and that's pretty much what it looks like at halftime. It's 24-10 at halftime. I get the ball here on the second half, get a nice little run after catch here for this play. So now it's like, okay, I got to try to put it back on tap here. But then I lose A.J. Green to an injury, and that's a huge blow because he's such a go-to receiver, great route runner, big hands, and so now, as if making dumb decisions with the ball and having a huge deficit is bad enough, now I lost my best receiver. So definitely, got all the cards are stacked against me here, but hey, you keep playing, see what you can do the best you can.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be in. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kenny Brin, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys.
All right, guys, so amazingly, I'm within one score, but I want to show you a play coming up here that is, I think, a terrible version of what's going on in this game. So you see on this play here, this defender is playing about 10 yards away from the receiver. That tells me that he is not going to have deep help, and he's going to have to keep the receiver in front of him. However, when the play starts, and I'm going to slow it down for you and let you see, I'm going to pause it right here. You see my arm's already in the air. It's almost like some superhuman ability where the defender has already decided to jump the route, which is crazy because he's playing such a deep distance between himself and the receiver. Now, if you look in slow-mo, he's already moving toward the ball, and so this interception is not realistic at all. I read that perfectly. He played off the ball, and the moment I started to throw it, he had already killed half the distance between himself and the receiver, which is not how you play one-on-one defense against a wideout who you have to make sure you keep in front of you. So not a very good play there. I read it and still ended up throwing the interception. So didn't like how the game ended. Just didn't feel that was very realistic. But I did play badly overall, and that's really the reason why we lost this game. So 34-20 didn't turn out too well, and really the only thing that you can do from here is go ahead and play the next game. So here's the stats. Everything looks good except for those 4 interceptions. One I think was bogus.
Scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in...
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Everything else, and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught, and he'll be brought down.
Okay, so I've got a good drive going here, and so I decide that I'm going to go with the quarterback draw here. It's like a staple goal line move, and I'm going to tell you, this is probably one of the worst plays in the game. I didn't get control of the player until number 90 there was tackling me. It's very slow developing. It's just a terrible play, so just don't use it. It's really, really bad. And then we're looking at 3rd and goal here. And so I'm going to try to do like a flat pass or something like that. I finally got open, but he kind of runs into the defender. It really wasn't a good decision on my part. But the other bad part about this game, I do not like the way simulation works in this, is you can't tell what happened. And if you notice, I did not even get a field goal here. We didn't obviously go for it because I wasn't on the field. How do you miss a field goal from 2 yards away from the goal line? And it didn't even tell you why. That's a chip shot unless it was blocked, but it didn't really tell you. It's a terrible version of the sim. So A couple things I didn't like about this drive, and certainly things I don't like about the game necessarily.
Defensively, not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
So I've got another good drive going here, and here's an instance where I sabotaged myself. I have a flat check down receiver who is literally wide open here. This is probably a first down pass, and I should be throwing. It's an easy decision, but instead I throw it over middle to a double covered receiver, and it's incomplete. This brings it third down, and this time the coverage is actually really tight, and the check down back isn't as open, and he's not able to get that first down. So this time I shot myself in the foot, and it's something I really need to get better at on the game.
2nd and 10. He has Brett over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slow. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he'll be taken. They'll look to throw.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball.
So obviously I'm working on the no huddle 2-minute offense here, trying to get down the field late in the second quarter before halftime and get down the field, but then it just seems like it clams up as they get closer to the end zone. This is kind of a natural thing. There's a terrible throw there. Didn't even get anywhere near the receiver. And we ultimately didn't get anything done, and we had to settle for a field goal. And then just trying to work my way down the field. This is the second half. And I have this really terrible rollout, and I didn't have control of the guy. These rollouts are really slow developing, and really nothing else happens until we get into the fourth quarter.
Plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Now he steps away. The improv on the scramble there gets him.
Job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down. They'll look to throw here. Britt's got it, complete. And down inside the 15. Now back to throw. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't.
So once again, get a really nice drive, and it seems like the theme of this, take this huge sack, is that I drive down, then I get close to the end zone, and I just clam up and don't do very well. But I bounce back after the big sack, get a pass across the middle. I thought it was a touchdown, but I guess he didn't cross the line. There's really no good angles. And so then we just do a little pitch, and at least Bernard gets us into the end zone. I would like to get the touchdown pass, but I couldn't get that score any way you can. And then, for whatever reason, they want us to go for a 2-point conversion. I guess get it within 3 points, and we do get that successful there. So we're now down to a 3-point game.
Back to throw now in its own end zone. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to get a solid gain of everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a time.
So the defense obviously holds, and we get the ball back, and we start like at our own 2-yard line. This play is a dumb decision. You'd rather just throw the ball away and stop the clock than rather get like a 5-yard completion. And that's not really smart on my part. So now you're looking at 30 seconds to go. It's no huddle. We've had no timeouts during this entire run. And so basically you got to either get out of bounds or incomplete. You got to figure out a way to stop the clock. We don't get it. There's a completion over the middle, but obviously there's just not enough time. I didn't play this very smart. I needed to get the ball out of bounds. That's how the game ends. So very disappointing. Don't get the victory. And in this one video, this one episode, we go from a winning record to a losing record. The stats weren't great. They were good. Just no TDs. Nothing giving us a chance. So anyway, so not a spin this time. Not a good episode for victories, but you saddle with what you get, and you got to live with it and move on. But I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.